Steve and Jill here.
Happy day.
Welcome to the House Academy Show, entertaining real estate investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about how age is no barrier for house investing. Man, isn't that true?
You know, what's funny to me is I'm sure there's people out there that think that it's true, but it's not true. That's what kind of bums me out.
What do you think they think? I'm too old?
Yeah.
I'm too young?
I'm too young. No one's going to take me seriously. I'm too old. No one's going to take me seriously. Yeah. Seriously.
I don't know. I think, I don't know. That wouldn't stop me from doing anything.
Well, we're going to talk about that.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the houseacademy.com online community. It's free.
Mark asks, how much is the House Academy program and how long does it take to learn all this?
Go ahead, Joe.
Well,
I don't know how much this stuff is.
I actually don't know either. Shucks. I will say this. We often have specials on things going on, so you can find them on the houseacademy.com website. How about this? Zip on over to houseacademy.com, go to join, and you'll find a whole menu item, and it's right there. And that's one thing that I love about us, and I know all of our community loves about us. It is right there. It's no hidden. You'll never find on a website of ours that if you have to go click here, schedule a call, and then on the phone call, we might share with you how much it costs. And I hate that.
Yeah, that's just...
Isn't that awful?
That's games and smoke and mirrors and silliness.
Silly. It's right there.
Just to get you on the phone to talk to a salesperson. We don't play those games like that for anything. It's silly.
So, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
And
Disrespectful.
We don't have any upgrade. But for this, you get this. And then, but if you want that, you got to pay for it.
We have one product. We have one product for one price and a monthly access fee to the data that you need and some of the other tools and the data in the mail that you need, stuff you need to do to send offers out anyway. You're going to pay for it anyway. And it's way cheaper than for us than anywhere. So it's pricing. Jill and I have spent hours and hours on all the companies that we have, making sure that we are the cheapest and the best in the industry. And if we're not, we cancel it. Here's an example. We used to have a company called TitleMind where we essentially outsourced. Well, we became the escrow company.
In-house.
Yeah, exactly.
In-house, yeah.
And we couldn't do it better and cheaper than First American Title.
Yeah,
so we stopped doing it.
Yeah.
The other projects that we have, any of our websites, you can see the BeWitt family of companies down there. They're all fantastic, or you don't see it there. You don't.
Exactly.
Or we pull it down and we make it better, and then we put it back up.
Exactly. And how long does it take? I'd give yourself. I've heard several of our members, and usually they recommend, and I like this concept too. Go through the whole program first, just like blow through it one sitting, and that will take you House Academy, 10, 12 hours roughly to get through the whole content. Then, while it's in your head, then sleep on a little bit. Go back through it. Then go segment by segment by segment. Things will start to really kick in a little bit more. And you'll figure out what areas come easy to you. You're like, I understand that, no problem. And then what areas you need to work on. You're like, all right, I need to watch this one 3 times. That's the best way. So if you planned, I'd say really 2 weeks so your head won't hurt. If you give yourself 2 weeks to get through the content twice, and I'm assuming you have a full-time job, and a family, and other things going on. I think that's a really good timeline.
And you should schedule it all out for yourself. That's what I recommend in the program. So if you're going to learn all this because you've got vacant Sundays of time, then schedule that out that way.
Yeah, 4 hours every Sunday until it's done, kind of thing.
Like learning all this, like everything, you have to be incredibly organized, or it's just going to become an afterthought. And you have to schedule everything out, just like everything. It's just how it is. I love that part of this. I love scheduling everything out and getting it all done.
I know you do.
Today's topic, age is no barrier for house investing. This is why you're listening.
Okay. Let's not ignore that comment, by the way, because it's so funny how different we are. And it ties into some of this here, too. It'll tie into my last part of this topic. You are a scheduling fiend, and I like to just have an idea of what I'm doing, and then I move it around depending on how the day goes. And sometimes I wake up, maybe I'm going to plan doing something that involves a big outdoor event, and it's raining. Come on, maybe it's a hike. This doesn't happen very often.
It's raining?
And it's raining. I'm going to reschedule it. Sometimes, maybe the night before, I might reschedule what I'm doing the next day because of how much fun I'm having the night before. That happens. So I like to leave a little bit of wiggle room in there. Maybe a lot of wiggle. For you, it's a lot of wiggle room. I find it funny. But no matter what, we can find a way to work together.
We get a lot of stuff done because of scheduling. Amazing amount of work done. We own, I don't know how many companies now, how many lines of revenue,
right?
How many deals we do. And it's just, a lot of it's because we have a great staff.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen on accident either. But I'll tell you, it's a lot of it's just an immense amount of scheduling and overscheduling and then not communicating too much about it and just showing up for whatever's in the schedule.
Well, not only that, but talent. I mean, honestly.
Well, that taps into age. So,
okay.
I think that it's real hard to be in your 50s or 60s and not know a lot about something.
Uh-huh.
Am I stepping on your toes here?
No, this is good.
You've been doing something for 50 years. So, hopefully you've become a master at it.
Right. And it's legal.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I don't know.
Where does legal come from?
I don't know. I don't know.
You mean maybe you're just really good at being a hooker?
I know.
Is that what you're getting at?
Like maybe they're behind bars. I don't know. You're doing something for 50 years. I don't know. So, all right, here are my thoughts. Can I jump in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Age is no example in this industry in doing house transactions is kind of the topic. So I was going to we have examples like we alluded to earlier. We have guys doing this in their 20s, couples in their 20s, and then we have couples that are,
way retired.
Way retired. This is their got into it because what usually happens, I found a lot of them, they got into it to find their retirement dream home, and they realized, hey, by the way, that got us a retirement dream home at a great price. What if we do a couple of these on the side and help pay for our retirement dream home?
Yep.
And they just kind of back into it that way.
This is a fantastic retirement. Retirement workday, average workday.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is great. This is what I plan on doing in my retirement.
Well, especially for those individuals, those of you that are retired, sitting on a chunk of cash, and are looking for a way better way to place your money than whatever little interest you're getting, in a variety of other ways.
Right.
So that's a beautiful thing. So that's my number one example. I have examples, young and old. Also, I was thinking, age doesn't matter because talent exists regardless. There are people we all know that are just born with, data and spreadsheets and numbers, just like remember that show Numbers?
Yeah.
And you'd see all the numbers come together and just like fit for him. Some people see that's like no problem. Some people are like, oh, that makes my head hurt. They can't look at a spreadsheet with too many numbers. They can't look at pages with too many words. So there's different talents. Also, experience. So whether you're young or old, your talents are your talents, period. Also, for a lot of us older, I hate to use the word older, but let's just say more than 30, or you know what I mean.
Just say it.
All right. For a lot of us that have some experience in other careers before doing this, your life experience, you already know, brings so much value
exactly
to anything that you do. You know how to read people. You've been through ups and downs. You've seen businesses start and fail and thrive and all kinds of things. There's so much value that you bring based on that. And then my final thing about age doesn't matter. Wherever you are, whatever you are missing, if you really want to kill it, you will sit down, put it down on paper, and find that partner. And that's, I think, the best way, because there's some things you can learn and teach yourself, and there's things that you just can't as much as you want to. You're not going to be that good, and you have to face that fact. And the best thing you can do is do like I did and find a partner who has the same goals that you want also, but they fill in that missing piece.
So I am quite often a victim of age discrimination, and it's actually a pretty humorous thing for me to go through. I smile every time it happens. I was born in 1966, and all through my toddlerhood and grade school years, Steve Jobs and Bill Gates were creating the computer industry as we know it. So right about the time I go to 7th grade, they've got computer classes, which I take and develop. Fast forward to post-college, college and post-college, where the vast majority of the people in the workforce don't have a computer on their desk yet, but I do. So I'm that very, very, very first generation of people my age who understand computers. And then, of course, the internet comes and cell phones, and not necessarily in that order. And the whole thing is in here, again, fast forward to here we are today. I very much embrace this stuff. And not everybody my age does. Not everybody took to it. And in fact, if you're 2 to 3 years older than I am, we have friends that are 2 to 3 years, a lot of friends that are 2 or 3 or 4 years older than I am. They missed that window. And they don't understand, except for like what they have to do at work on a computer, don't understand it. So people constantly young people constantly lot me into, oh, let me help you with that. They don't think that I understand how to use a computer when in fact I was programming when they were long before they were born. So it cracks me up every single time. I usually take it out of their hand and say, let me show you exactly what the back end of this thing looks like. So if you're older and you're struggling with computers, long before you buy into anything like selling houses or buying houses or anything, you got to learn how to use a computer. And you got to learn how to put somebody in your life, like Jill said, that does know how to use a computer. And so all this age experience that you have, you guys can both win. We have a lot of people that come to our live events that are together, sitting together, 2 guys, one in their 30s and one who's 65, and working great together and smashing it out of the park. So age doesn't matter. And there's nothing that from this relationship partnership standpoint, in my opinion, that can't be overcome.
I could not add anything more to that. That was beautiful.
It's true.
Thank you.
Hey, we know your time's valuable. Thanks for spending some of it with us today. Join us next time for another interesting episode.
And we answer your questions posted on our online community at houseacademy.com. It is free.
You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
I was mesmerized with what you're saying.
Why?
Well, because your way of explaining it is a little bit different, and it was great. And I like how you brought in, which is true. That's the value of doing. We haven't done any live events for House Academy yet, and I don't even have any scheduled, but I know it's coming. We waited a long time for Land Academy before people were kind of like beating down the door, saying, "You got to have a live event. We got to do this."
Yeah.
We need to know we're not alone out here. So
Yeah.
I'm waiting. I want to get our membership up a little bit, and I will do a House Academy live event. So
Good.
sit tight. But it is such a great way to make a connection and get a partnership. And if anything, maybe meet your money guy face to face.
Yeah.
Our A money guy face to face. Maybe it's us. So a lot of value there. Thank you for bringing
Technology. This is all tech. Let's just be honest. And I didn't finish saying it. This is all technology driven. 20 years ago, if you're listening or watching this and you're my age or older, you know how hard it was to sell a house before the internet.
Yeah.
The MLS was in a phone book size book, and you'd look through books and they're 3 weeks old, 8 weeks old. And you know how long it took before email, how to mail something or FedEx or documents and stuff before DocuSign. So that's not a deterrent. That's that's experience.
Mm-hmm.
And so you should be able to really say, well, wait a minute. It used to take 2 months to do this. Now we can do it in 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's just kick it up a few notches.
Yeah.
Because the concepts never change.
Exactly.
I'm going on too much.
It's great. Thank you. Wherever you're watching or wherever you're listening, please subscribe and rate us there.
We are Steve and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.